Since its inception in 2016, the Rocket League Championship Series has hosted 9 World Championship events. Today we're going to put an asterisk on each one of them, including the most recent event. Let's get into it. Season 1, I by Power Cosmic wins. No French players were at this tournament, and had they been there, they probably would have dominated. I honestly, right now, as a Champ 3, could probably compete in that tournament back then and dominate as well. I'm essentially a French player. There were only 8 teams. The level of competition, the amount of competition you had to beat was just not comparable to now. And flip resets and mechanics, I don't even want to talk about the mechanics in Season 1. Season 2, Flipside Tactics gets their revenge on the Rocket League World Championship after losing the previous event. Only 7 other teams that they had to beat. NA choked all round 1 matches. Orbit, arguably the best team in NA at the time, was Turtle, Garrett G, and Moses. They lost in a reverse sweep to Mocket. Had they won, they would have met Flipside along the way in the upper bracket and took them down. But instead, NA choked. Season 3, when Northern Gaming won, G2 choked Week 5 league play and playoffs and let Denial into the World Championships, who eventually would lose to Alpha Sydney in OCE's debut LAN. A North American team should not lose to a debut LAN team from a new emerging region. Also, Dapper had school. In the one series that Dapper was able to play for Selfless, he put up a 1.421 octane rating, the highest ever. Shout out Bot for bringing this to my knowledge more recently. And then he had school, so that means Pluto had to play with Timmy and Miho, and essentially lost the entire tournament for Selfless. Had they had Dapper, they probably would have beat Denial and advanced further into the tournament and put up more of a fight against EU. Also, lower bracket buff is real, and Turbo script is real. Season 4, Gale Force Esports wins. This is the first super team in Europe. We have KDOP, who had been in World Championships before. We had Turbo, who won a World Championship. We had Violent Panda, who was arguably one of the best players in Europe at the time, form a team. That's a super team. I don't want to hear it. It's the first super team. Energy choked, classic. But the main reason why this one gets an asterisk is because Cloud9, who were rolling hot through the lower bracket, were put on ice after beating G2 in a full 5-game series because of the way that the schedule worked. Nowadays, the upper bracket team plays first, allowing the lower bracket matches to happen all at once. Instead, it went the lower bracket, the upper bracket, and then Method, who was warm off a spanking from Gale Force, beats Cloud9 4-2, who eventually would go get swept by Gale Force again. Cloud9 would have put up a better chance. Season 5, the Dynasty must be completed with back-to-back World Championships. Turbo 3-peat, it's a must if you're going to be going for an all-time player. Someone in your sports or esports history needs to have a 3-peat. Turbo was the golden child for that. One last point about Season 5. It was the first time the same duo of casters were used in back-to-back grand finals. Findable Carpet and Shogun casted the finals of Season 4. It was destined that this trio of KDOP, Turbo, and Violent Panda would win again. Season 6, believe it or not, Shogun and Findable Carpet were not casting this one as Cloud9 takes the victory. The lower bracket run is absolutely unequivocally scripted. There's no doubt about it. No way, no how you can tell me anything different. Also, Chiefs sent PSG and Energy to the lower bracket very early. This bracket was chalked from the jump. Season 7, Vitality wins because KDOP took the LeBron or the KD route and took his talents to a super team. The biggest thing here is that G2, heading into the grand final, had to play the 6th seed from NA, Rogue, a team that went 2-5 in league play in the semifinals, whereas Vitality got to play a much tougher opponent and much better warm-up in Cloud9. Rogue, who won their group because FC Barcelona threw, made it into the semifinals because they had to play triple trouble. Bruh. Only to get stomped 12-2 in goals in a 4-0 sweep by G2, who then were not warm enough to face Vitality in the end. Season 8, NRG's redemption story. Vitality was able to sandbag league play to save their strength all the way to the grand final, but unfortunately they did use up all their energy against Dignitas in the semifinals, allowing for NRG to have a lot more momentum and a lot more stamina in this grand final. Also, 4-time, you just gotta keep stacking on titles, right? Season 9, oh right, RLCSX, oh, hold on, wait, RLCS 21 2022, Mickey Moon, that's all I need to say. Mickey Moon, Mickey Ring, Mickey Run, Mickey Bracket, Monkey Moon, Mickey Team, Mickey BDS. Also, the one that hurts the most is that Jorby and JamesBot, how dare you, are cursed when it comes to casting G2 in grand finals. They lost 4-1 to Vitality in Season 7. They lost 4-1 to BDS in RLCS 21-22. If G2 makes another grand final and Psyonix and Rocket League Esports put Jorby and JamesBot on the call, I'm going to start rioting. That all being said, this has been RLCS Spotlight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously, this is sarcasm, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.